question, raise your hand, get to the lights. Anyone want to start? Start on the left-hand side here with Todd.
Devin, could you just sum up the mood of the team right now, where you guys are? It's mid-November, and you got a couple losses in a row, 3 out of 4. Where do you think this team is, and where can it go the rest of the year?
I mean, we can only go forward. You know, we got to get back in tomorrow, watch the film, and practice, and fix the things we need to fix. You know, and I feel like the team understands that. That's what we're gonna do.
In the middle, Andy.
You guys have taken so much pride in winning at home and having an undefeated streak at home. How much does it hurt to see that fall today?
It hurts. You know, it always hurts to lose. So whether it's at home, but it just puts a little bit more on top of it. You know, we didn't finish. We lost at home, and then the streak. We took a lot of pride.
Down front here, Mark.
Devin, you talked about things that need to be fixed. What priority order, what do you think are the biggest issues?
I mean, everything. You know, we didn't do well enough as a team.
On the right, over on the right, Pete.
Devin, how much did the wind play a factor in the passing game today?
No.
On the right, Wojo.
Devin, you've been sacked 7 times, 2 straight weeks. Is there a cumulative effect? I don't know if shell-shocked is the word or whatever, but is it harder to stand again in the pocket, or do you even find yourself holding the ball longer sometimes as well because of the battering you've been taking?
I mean, I feel like it's a lot of different things, you know. I think maybe on a few plays I did hold it a little long, and I mean, it happens, you know. We have to cut down the negative plays, you know, to keep us in a short distance.
Standing on your left, Jeff.
Along the same lines, could you describe what it feels like to be sacked 7 times?
I mean, I don't, it doesn't matter how many times I say I want to win the football game, so I feel bad if we lost the football.
Front right, Heiko.
Devin, over here. It seems like as the season has gone on, opponents have been able to anticipate your offensive plays. Do you agree with that?
I can't agree with that. I mean, we have plays out there, and
In the middle here.
Devin, do you think with the lack of a rushing presence over the last couple of weeks, do you think you have the weight of the world on your shoulders now more than ever with what's been happening?
I mean, I'm the quarterback, and I'm trusted to make plays, and I didn't make enough plays today to help my football team win.
In the middle again, Andy.
Against Indiana, essentially 150-some yards in the last 2 games. The running backs have not accounted for much at all. What do you think the biggest keys are, the biggest problems are there in the running game from running back?
I mean, we're young up front, and sometimes we don't target, you know, the right people. You know, it's growing pains. You know, we got young guys, and they're fighting as hard as they can. So, I mean, I can't really ask for much else for them to give their all like I am, and like the rest of my teammates are.
Back right.
Devin, earlier in the season it was interceptions. Now it seems to be, taking so many sacks, especially the last 2 weeks. Are those early season interceptions sort of in the back of your mind? That's why you're holding on the ball too long, lead to the higher sack total?
No.
Wojo on the right.
Just have to ask, because you have been hit so much the last few weeks, is anything bothering you physically at all?
I mean, if I'm out there, I'm fine. You know, everybody's beat up in November. There's not a guy out there that's running around fresh, unless they haven't played hard and giving their all for their team. So I feel like I'm not the only one that's beat up. You know, everybody's beat up.
Next to him, Dave.
Devin, speaking of that, you were able to make a lot of plays early in the season off scrambles and busted plays. You haven't been able to do that the last couple of weeks. Is that something the teams are taking away from you through scheme, or what's the difference?
They just haven't been there for me. I mean, I can't really say much about that.
Back to Andy.
Talk about the offensive line competing so hard. Eric and Kyle Bosch are in there. They've only got a few starts under their belt. How they responded to these last couple of weeks?
I mean, they've been working hard in practice and trying to get better. You know, that's all I can ask of the young guys who are fighting for me. You know, so I commend them for doing their best and continue to fight for Michigan and for me.
Next
Devin, when the running game isn't working at all, really, tailback running, off tackle running, do you feel like you guys need to spread it out a little more, throw it a little bit more, quick passes, that type of thing?
I mean, I'm not the offensive coordinator. I feel like Coach Boyd has a good handle on what to do, and I'm gonna run what he calls and do my best to make it work. You know, like I said, there's a lot of plays out there that we didn't make. You know, so that's on us.
Angelique?
Devin, can you put your finger on one thing that this team is lacking right now? The team's toughness was famously questioned this week in a national column, and